News with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And a second straight dry morning out there, but some warm-up news, right?
Yes, warm-up on the way. Well, maybe not quite today, but in the next few days, we're going to see some slightly warmer temperatures. This morning, though, you're going to want to add some extra layers. Some of you waking up into the teens, especially down in parts of the hilltops in the southern valleys. 19 degrees reported in Hamilton, and 5 bone-chilling degrees up in Saranac Lake. Probably one of the coldest actual temperature readings so far this season. That's not even wind chill, that's straight up temperature. But you also notice here on this map, there's a lot of cloud cover to the north, clear skies to the south. That's the story for the day today. We've got this stubborn cloud cover from the Great Lakes. It's the only thing preventing us from seeing wall-to-wall sunshine today. So we're going to track this nuisance cloud cover throughout the morning, and we're going to see just how much sunshine will be moving in as we progress throughout the afternoon. As Gary mentioned, Yorkville Battery Live radar showing dry conditions across pretty much all the area. Quiet as you take a live look at downtown Utica. In the next 12 hours, we do warm up a little bit into the upper 30s, nearing 40 degrees. But we have some warmer days on the way, especially as we head into tomorrow and looking ahead toward the next, say, 5 to 7 days. We'll talk about those warm-ups as well as if there's any indication of snow systems moving in. Will it be a white Thanksgiving? Well, the details straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We are following some breaking news from overnight.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Time now, 5:13. Happy Hump Day, everybody. Today we begin quiet, chilly, but anything impacting your commute today. We'll take a look at your forecast in a minute. First off, we'll start out with a look at the current conditions. 29 degrees, wind chill of 29 as well. We got some calmer winds in play here today. So compared to the earlier part of the week, winds not a huge factor in terms of feels like temperatures. So we are tracking some stubborn clouds early today. They are primarily right along the thruway corridor heading north into the North Country. And heading south, there's a lot less in terms of cloud cover. Rain is trending weaker for Friday, so if you have any Friday plans, it might not be as much of a washout as we were originally anticipating. And then following that, a mild and quieter stretch of weather moves in for the next mainly 5 to 7 days. Yes, there are rain chances, but it's mixed in a lot more in terms of dry weather. A look at roadways this morning. They are quiet. The arterial heading toward Burstone Road looking quiet this morning. Route 5 at Caroline Street, Herkimer also looking quiet. Radar dry today, and the next 3 days, at least today and tomorrow, more opportunity for that all too elusive sunshine. But light rain moves in Friday. We'll have a look at that weekend forecast and what follows it in terms of snowfall potential coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everybody. Time now 5:20, and we start out quiet and chilly out there today. Winds not as strong as earlier this week. A live look at downtown Utica. Current conditions sitting at 29 degrees. Wind chill, again, chilly, but not majorly affected by some of those southeast winds right now. I want to look at the radar and satellite here because we are quiet this morning. We are dodging a pretty notable rain, even snow system in parts of the hilltops in Pennsylvania. Look at those dark blues right there. Potentially some heavy, wet snow falling in Appalachia. So we do have some clouds moving in north of us, but in terms of rainfall, not a whole lot expected in the next few days. We do have some rain chances on Friday, but we'll get to that in a second on why it's trending lighter. In fact, some of you might not even see a drop of rain heading toward the end of the week. In the meantime, though, What I'm looking at in the long range is a lack of a snowy pattern. So if you are a fan of snowfall, like what we saw earlier this week, well, there's not a whole lot of it heading toward Thanksgiving. There might be some signals following it, but that is, again, really far out. In full transparency and forecast that far out, it's basically a guess at that point. So just stay tuned as we head closer to Thanksgiving Day. But what I can tell you right now is it's not looking good for snow chances heading toward the next several days. Maybe for travel purposes, that's some good news for some of you snow lovers. But bigger picture shows high pressure moving its way in for the next few days. Watch as this cold front moves in from the northwest. It appears to be somewhat moisture starved. It hits our area in the afternoon Friday, and the showers hit or miss. Don't really look that impressive. But we look here on the SkyCast. You can see that cloud cover this morning. It's stubborn in parts of our area. We will see some chances for sunshine, though. Just you have to avoid that band of cloud cover to our west. Then it's clear tonight, lows in the 20s. Tomorrow, we warm up into the upper 30s, near 40s. Initial clouds turning to some sunshine in the evening. And then another chilly night overnight. Clouds increase again Friday, and then Fridays when we could be tracking a few of those spotty showers as that front moves over central New York. Your 7-day forecast, we've got cloud cover galore heading into the end of the weekend and beyond. Rain chances moving in as we head toward Wednesday of next week. So you can see here the weekend looking mostly dry. Next week starting out mostly dry, but the next couple of days, today and tomorrow, our best opportunity for seeing that elusive sunshine, Gary. It's been quite a while.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the weekend isn't too bad either.
Not too bad. Any outdoor plans? Might have to grab a jacket, but it's looking dry.
Yeah. Eric, thanks. The time right now, 5:23. Still ahead on Sunday. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libitor. We are starting out quite quiet, that is, and chilly, but things will they improve throughout the day? Eric, the answer is?
The answer is, well, I guess depends. I mean, it's going to be a little bit on the warmer side this afternoon if you're counting upper 30s, low 40s. But I will say this, we're going to see more sunshine, Gary, so that's the good news here. Let's take a look at those temperatures as you start your day today, and there is a huge variety. We go from 29 in Rome to 4 degrees up in Saranac Lake. So depending on location, you could be dealing with a very cold start to your day today. A live look at the Ortful Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Things are quiet this morning. We are expecting an entirely dry day today. No more lake effect. That system has passed us. Now, in fact, the only lake effect we're actually even seeing is just some lake effect clouds. And that's what those of you north of the Thruway are seeing right now. In fact, we're seeing the fringe of it right here in downtown Utica. Live view outside right now. And as we head throughout the day today, we'll see those temperatures go from the 20s up into the 40s. Well, maybe near 40 degrees this afternoon with some peaks of sunshine moving in. Our best shot for sunshine pretty much all week. Yes, we do have some sun chances for tomorrow. But as we head into the end of the week, Friday, we got some potential rainfall. Now, we do have some updates on that rainfall forecast for Friday, plus what we can expect heading into the weekend and beyond for the week of Thanksgiving coming up in just a couple of minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The bill to compel the Justice Department to release records.
Season upon us. It's time for the Storm Tracker 2 Winter Outlook Show. With our experienced weather team, you'll get all the answers that are accurate, dependable, and easy to understand. Watch the Storm Tracker 2 Winter Outlook Show, November 20th at 5:30 on WKTV. Brought to you by Clinton Tractor.
If we got clear facts, maybe we can calm down a little.
Talk to each other more.
That's what the news is supposed to do.
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back to Sunrise on this hump day, everybody. We first take a look at our photo of the day today, which takes us to Secaucet. Shout out to those of you watching from the Secaucet area this morning. And this is of an early winter scene. I know, yes, it's still technically fall time, but it's that early season snowfall that reminds us of what's to come as we approach the next few months. And what a scene right here, a vibrant red barn and the contrast of the snow-covered area around it. Sequoia got a good amount of snowfall recently, early last week, but either way, if you have a photo like this showcasing the wintry scene in your neck of the woods, maybe even some sunrises, sunsets, you name it, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Always looking forward to seeing your photos sent in every day right here on Sunrise. Now, today it's a quieter day, some opportunities for sun, as well as tomorrow. Rain chances roll in Friday. There's some updates to that Friday forecast, though. Plus, as we look ahead to the weekend and beyond, those snow chances, too. All that and more coming up in a couple of minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Happening today, the rescue mission of Utica,
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
A quiet day expected today after a blustery and even snowy start to the week. We'll take a look at downtown Utica right now. A dry, chilly morning out there. Temperatures beginning in the 20s, falling as low as the single digits in parts of the Adirondacks early today. But the wind's not mainly a factor, so the wind chills not that much different from the actual temperature reading early this morning. Radar and satellite shows an area of low pressure missing us entirely. Look at this right here. We have rain, even some heavy snow falling in those highest of elevations in Pennsylvania. And that is, again, heading out to sea. We're not seeing any of that rain or snow today. In the meantime, speaking of rain or snow, we have very little rain chances the next 4 to 5 days. In fact, Friday, our best shot, even then, it's not looking that impressive, and I'll get to that here coming up in just a minute. But I mentioned rainfall. How about snowfall? Well, if you're hoping for a white Thanksgiving or maybe something to look forward to in terms of accumulation on the ground for the next few days, even the next week or so, not very impressive in terms of any snowfall potential. So, the early taste of winter we saw over the last week or so, a bit of a non-factor here heading into the week of Thanksgiving. So, it's looking pretty snowless the next 7 days. Following this low pressure to our south, it's going to remain quiet for today through early Friday. But Friday afternoon, here comes this cold front. It appears to be moisture starved because you can see right here that front moves in and there's barely any rain attached with it. So maybe a spotty sprinkle. Some of you on Friday might even see zero rain at all. So it's just luck of the draw in terms of who sees that spotty shower Friday. Today, lingering clouds turn to some afternoon, partly cloudy skies. Tonight, it's clear. Lows fall into the 20s. Tomorrow, we start out in the 30s, climbing to near 40 degrees with peaks of sunshine, otherwise mostly cloudy skies. Then another clear night overnight. And then by Friday, we'll see clouds increase. Temperatures climb into the mid to upper 40s. And then we're going to see that front push its way through, producing a few spotty sprinkles and even a few spotty showers. So your 7-day forecast, our best shot for rain the next 7 days is on Friday. Even then, it's not that high. And then it's pretty dry and somewhat mild stretch for the weekend and beyond. Our next notable rain following Friday will be Wednesday of next week. So it's going to be a pretty uneventful but pretty nice stretch of weather heading toward Thanksgiving. So no travel issues we can tell for driving out anywhere.
Let's hope it stays that way.
Yes.
Eric, thanks. Well, on Sunday,
And meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday morning. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And boy, you were mentioning very chilly up north, right?
Yeah, I mean, single digits, Gary.
Wow.
I think it's been quite a while since the Adirondacks saw temperatures that cold. Let's take a look at those current conditions as you head out to work today. And you definitely want to grab those extra layers, especially as you head up north to closer to the high peaks area. But even in sections of the Adirondacks in the teens, 4 degrees officially at Saranac Lake, 19 in Hamilton heading south. So depending on where you are this morning, it could end up upper 20s or as low as the single digits. But it is a quiet morning out there. Some lingering clouds to the north. This is that stubborn cloud layer we were talking about yesterday that would linger for much of the morning today. But in other spots south, it's mainly clear. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar shows dry conditions this morning. Lake effect has ended, and there's no more in terms of lake effect rain or snow or pretty much anything rainfall-wise for the next 24 to 48 hours. Live view downtown Utica, we can start to see that clearing take place. There's the fringe of that cloud layer. It's pretty interesting. You can see just the outermost bands of that cloud cover right there. But for the rest of the area, mainly clear skies. Today we're going to see some opportunity for sunshine. Highs nearing 40 degrees. So not a very warm one, but it's warmer than we've seen the past few days. We are tracking even warmer temperatures. How much rain we could see on Friday, the updates on that. Plus, how are we looking for snowfall potential for the next even week, week and a half? We'll have all the details on that coming up straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We are following some news from...
This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back. Time now 6:13. Happy hump day, everybody. We'll take a look at what you can expect in your forecast in a minute as you head out to work today. First off, we'll take a look at the current conditions right now. Officially 28 degrees, down a degree or so, but calm winds this morning. An outlier to what we saw earlier this week with some very blustery conditions for at least even for the end of the weekend as well. Sunrise officially 7:01. Now today we're looking at some stubborn clouds early. This is primarily north of the Thruway. That's basically the only cloud cover we're dealing with. If it wasn't for Lake Ontario, by the way, we'd see wall-to-wall sunshine today. Rain is trending weaker as we head into Friday, and then overall looking toward a much more mild stretch of weather continuing through the weekend and beyond. A look at roadways this morning. Of course, with the lack of rainfall, it is a dry, potentially frosty morning out there too, so budget a little bit of extra time to scrape that off your windshield. Yorkville Battery Live Radar shows dry weather today. We're going to see some sunshine chances. Same thing tomorrow. And light rain moves in Friday. Maybe not everyone will see it, though. We'll tell you why there's some changes to that rainfall forecast Friday, plus how that snowfall is looking for potential heading into next week straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade just...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Happy Wednesday morning, everybody. Today we start out a bit chilly, but it is dry as we enter a rather quiet period of weather from now until likely Thanksgiving. Let's take a look outside in downtown Utica. As Gary mentioned before the break, a great shot of the sunrise out there. And the temperature starting out in the 20s, 28 degrees. The difference compared to the past few days, the winds are starting to calm now. No more strong winds and lake effect. In fact, the only lake effect we're seeing is some lingering clouds north of Utica. And this is that cloud band that we're going to see struggle to taper off a little bit today. But for the rest of us, lots of sunshine on tap. So depending on location is the amount of sun you'll see today. In fact, by the way, to our south, a notable rain and snow system heading toward New York City right now. That's missing our area pretty much entirely. Now, how about rainfall? Well, there's no rain today, tomorrow, or Saturday. Friday our best bet, but even then that rainfall chance trending on the lighter side. We'll get to that here in just a second. I want to focus more too on snowfall potential. I've been looking at the data over the next, say, 5, 6, 7 days, and we are in a snowless pattern. So if you thought that that snow we saw over the weekend, even last week, is a tale of what's to come, well, it's certainly not coming over the next week, week and a half. Now, there are signs pointing to a potential cool down following Thanksgiving, heading toward Black Friday and that following weekend. But that's still well far out, and just full transparency, forecasts like that beyond a week are very hit or miss. So just stay tuned as we look at some new data coming into this weekend and early next week in regards to that Black Friday, and eventually after that weekend forecast toward the early part of December. Bigger picture shows high pressure in place here the next 24 to 36 hours before we're going to see some rainfall begin to work its way in as we approach Friday afternoon. And it's a bit moisture starved. We have a bit less in terms of rainfall we were expecting. So this is looking to be more of a spotty rain chance Friday, not a complete washout. So that's our best chance for rain the next few days. In fact, today, no rain at all, some sunshine, temperatures in the 30s, clear tonight. A few clouds early Thursday, temperatures climbing as high as the upper 30s to low 40s. And then following that, a better shot for warmer temperatures toward Friday and especially next week. Look at this, our best shot for rain Friday. Following that, mostly cloudy skies Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday and Tuesday of next week. Our next shot for rain following Friday will likely be Wednesday next week. So a pretty quiet and mild stretch of weather heading toward Thanksgiving, Gary. So not really looking like a white Thanksgiving just yet.
Yeah, and enjoy today and tomorrow. Looks pretty decent.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Be sure to like us on Facebook and once again, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. We are starting out quiet and chilly. Will that remain? Eric is over in the Weather Center, and Eric, not warming up too much today, right?
Yeah, maybe low 40s, the highs today. The winds have calmed, and Gary, we're going to see some opportunity for sunshine. So that's the silver lining here today. But by the way, I want to focus on some of these temperatures here because Saranac Lake dropped another degree, down to 3 degrees this morning. It is a very chilly start up there, near zero already this time of year. In the Mohawk Valley, we're still in the 20s, teens in parts of the southern valleys this morning. And a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We are entirely dry. No lake effect snow or rain to track early this morning. And it's a sign of what's to come for today and tomorrow with mainly dry weather expected. What a shot here in downtown Utica. Live view to the eastern sky. We have clouds to the north and completely clear skies out to the south. And today's temperatures, again, starting out a bit chilly in the 20s, climbing into the low 40s this afternoon with some chances to see that all too elusive sunshine. More chances again tomorrow, but we're tracking some rainfall on Friday. We have some updates in that rainfall forecast. Plus, we'll talk about snowfall potential as we head toward the week of Thanksgiving coming up in a couple of minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The bill to compel the Justice Department
2 is brought to you by Holland Farms Bakery and Deli. This live look of downtown Cooperstown is brought to you by the Leatherstocking Credit Union.
Welcome back. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy hump day. Today's photo of the day takes us to Secaucus. Shout out to those of you tuning in from the Secaucus area this morning. And a great photo right here of an early winter scene taken in front of this barn here. Very contrasting colors, that snow moving in. And a reminder that despite it being fall, these early season snowfalls tell us, of course, what's to come in the coming months. Of course, a flock of birds there in the foreground, too. Amazing shot right here sent in by Mark. And if you have a photo like this you'd like to share with us to showcase the beauty in your neck of the woods, send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. This morning, it looks chilly. It's a pretty dry and quiet day today and tomorrow. Rain chances on Friday and the weekend, so far looking quiet. But will there be any snow chances in the forecast heading toward Thanksgiving? We'll have the details on that straight ahead. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Happening today, the rescue.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
After a blustery and snowy start to the work week, today favoring just quiet weather. No impacts to travel heading out the door today, but you might have to scrape some frost off the windshield. Only a real exception to that. Live look at downtown Utica. A gorgeous shot of that sunrise out there. Cloud cover to the north of the valley and bountiful sunshine to the south. So we have quite a difference here across the region. Either way, 28 degrees the temperature. Winds calm, so no major changes to that wind chill early today. As I mentioned, if you can see it right here on the radar and satellite, there's that cloud cover impacting northern Oneida and northern Herkimer counties, parts of Lewis County too. You head south, you've got almost entirely clear skies. By the way, farther to the south, we have a rain and snow system, which is missing us almost entirely. North Jersey here could be seeing some snowfall on the north edge of that, but either way, none of that is reaching central New York. In fact, no major rainfall expected for the next 4 to 5 days. Yes, I do have a rain chance on Friday, but it has trended on the drier side. Maybe a few light showers and sprinkles, but the front doesn't appear to be as impressive as originally expected. On top of rainfall potential, let's talk snowfall. It's been a common theme to talk about the last week, week and a half, but heading toward Thanksgiving, it's quite a different story. This is the next 7 days with snowfall potential. Notice, of course, up north of Ottawa in Canada, there are some snow chances, but here in New York State, little to none. We have the jet stream to our north, keeping that cold air mass at bay. You can see basically the general line here of that jet stream. And it's going to remain rather mild for late November standards heading toward Thanksgiving. In fact, here you can see that rain chance Friday, really unimpressive, with more dry weather to follow heading into the weekend. Stubborn clouds to our northwest today. Other than that, well, a lot of sunshine in other outlying areas. Then clouds increase tonight. It's a mostly cloudy start to your day Thursday. Highs in the mid-40s with clear skies returning just around sunset Thursday evening. Then more clouds arrive again on Friday. A bit warmer, highs in the upper 40s before that cold front moves through, producing a few spotty showers. Your 7-day forecast following Friday, as you can see here, the rest of the week, or the weekend and early next week, looking dry and mild. We're talking upper 40s towards Sunday and Monday, and then the next rain chance following Friday looks to be right now on Wednesday. So we have a almost 7-day mainly dry and snow-free stretch, including today and tomorrow, which will have opportunities for sunshine.
Yeah,
so
not bad for this time of year.
Not too bad.
Eric, thanks. On Sunday, the MVCC Eric Gage joining us now. And Eric, a nice quiet day, even some sunshine, right?
Yeah, it's been quite a while since we've seen mainly sunny skies here. And today, well, it's the exception. A live look in Oneonta. Look at those beautiful blue skies. And it's quite a difference. Looking at the tree line here, you know, the days go by, you don't quite see it every single day, but eventually you take a step back and you realize, wow, look at the trees. I mean, I was thinking a few weeks ago, I saw just how colorful these trees are. Now we're in the midst of late fall. Obviously, a lot of the foliage now gone. But either way, still plenty of blue skies to share across the area. There are still some stubborn low-lying clouds. I mentioned this morning, these are going to shift north and south, wobble a little bit, and that's just the case with what we're dealing with today. We are looking at a completely dry day, no doubt about that, but those clouds might move into your area, hit or miss, throughout the next 3 or 4 hours. Temperatures near 40 right now in the valley. Radar showing dry conditions. And again today, highs in the low 40s. It's cool, but it's sunny. Winds weaker than the last few days. But how long will this dry stretch last? Do we have any rain or even snow in the short-term forecast? We'll talk about that in just a couple of minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Lawmakers.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today, the elusive sun has made its return here. More than welcome for a lot of us anticipating this. Take a look at downtown Utica. Blue skies, temperature 41. cool degrees. So we are tracking some warmer temperatures, at least comparatively, and the winds not nearly as strong as earlier this week. So get out and enjoy the sunshine. Maybe put on some gloves and go out and set up the rest of your Christmas decorations today, even maybe this weekend. We'll get to that weekend forecast here in a second. Radar and satellite show some stubborn lake clouds right here in sections of central New York. It's really the only cloud cover we're dealing with. I mentioned this morning if there were no Great Lakes to our west, it'd be a completely sunny day here in the Mohawk Valley. To our south and east, there's that low pressure that passed over the Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and the downstate area of New York State over the last few hours. Now it's going out to sea and continue to weaken. So with that rainfall heading out to the ocean, is there any more rain in the near-term forecast? Well, there's one chance, and it's Friday. And even then, the signs don't look that impressive in terms of any notable rainfall. Maybe a few passing light showers or sprinkles. The rest of the day is looking pretty dry. But how about snowfall? Because that's a pretty important topic this time of year, especially heading toward Thanksgiving. A lot of traveling taking place. Some families going to be flying in, you heading out of states, people heading in states. You don't have to worry about any travel impacts, at least for the first half of the week next week. Not even a single flake of snow expected for the near-term forecast. Maybe some changes on the backside of Thanksgiving heading toward the first weekend or the first days of December. Stay tuned for that as we head into this coming weekend. High pressure firmly in place here today. You can see that front moving in, and again, just doesn't look impressive in terms of any notable rainfall. It's fizzling out. Looks pretty moisture starved based off of experience seeing some of these setups here. So in the meantime, today, a few stubborn clouds, otherwise plenty of sunshine, highs in the low 40s. Tonight, it's chilly, lows in the 20s. Tomorrow, clouds increase in the morning hours, still looking entirely dry. A few peaks of sunshine right before sunset, and then another chilly night overnight. But clouds will increase early Friday. Ahead of this front, highs climb to the mid to upper 40s. And then a few spotty sprinkles during the mid-afternoon. And that's about it. Then the weekend starts out dry again. Some mostly cloudy skies, some peaks of sunshine here and there. We'll have a more high detailed cloud forecast for the weekend as the days get closer. Then starting next week, we're still in the 40s. It looks pretty dry. So as I mentioned previously, any Thanksgiving traveling, you shouldn't expect any delays if you're flying out of Syracuse, out of Albany, or if families flying in. So far looking pretty good.
What a nice 7-day, 40s every single day.
Yeah, not too bad.
Here in November. Well, Thanksgiving is now. BC's Matt Bodner reporting from London. Meteorologist Eric Gay joining us now. And the sunshine outside feels so good. And of all the Mesonet cameras, I think Westmoreland looks the brightest blue here.
Yeah, look at the blue right there in Westmoreland. Maybe a close second will be Oppenheim, maybe Springfield as well. Either way, there's a lot of sunshine, Gary. Let's take a look across central New York. In fact, there are some locations, Brookfield, Morrisville, where you got some stubborn clouds. Right now, those clouds appear to be mainly in the Madison County area near the Shenango County line, or I should say maybe the Oneida County line, which is why, of course, those cameras showing the most amount of cloud cover. Either way, plenty of blue skies and some other spots. Oneonta, live view down in the city of the hills. 40 degrees officially in Rome. That's about as warm as we're going to get today. Maybe 41, 42 degrees. By the way, Saranac Lake this morning hit a low of, I believe it was 3 degrees, which is the coldest temperature in the lower 48s. Pretty much everywhere in the U.S. today. So, if you wonder where the coldest spot in the world, in the U.S. was today, it was right in our neck of the woods. Live radar, dry conditions across the region, and again today, high temperatures, low 40s. We have some warmer days ahead, but will they stay dry, or will we have some rain or even snow chances to look ahead to? We'll have the details on that coming up in a few minutes. Gary?
Eric, thanks. After the House approved
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Lots of sunshine we're treated to this afternoon. We take a live look out in downtown Utica with the blue skies pretty much widespread in the city. There are some isolated spots of cloud cover here and there, but first time since early November, we've seen skies like this here locally. Temperature now climbing at 44, and we're thinking potentially mid-40s, the highs today, given that sunshine. Radar and satellite showing mainly clear conditions here locally. If it wasn't for Lake Ontario, we'd be seeing mainly sunny skies. In regards to the system I mentioned this morning, that low pressure that produced rain and snow in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and then heading toward the downstate parts of New York State, it's now well out to the Atlantic. And that was probably the most notable rain system we'll see between now and Friday. Even then, I wouldn't even call Friday's weather system notable. It's a cold front that moves through, bringing our best shot for rain, but again, that's relative. We're talking maybe a few spotty light showers, if that, as the front appears to be moisture starved, and I'll show that here coming up momentarily. But we're on the topic of rain right now. How about snowfall? Is there any snow in the near-term forecast? It's been quite a taste of early winter in the past week and a half, but what I can tell you is at least between now and Wednesday, not a whole lot of snowfall accumulations anywhere in the Northeast. In fact, the only measurements would be even north of Ottawa in Canada. Even that's not a lot. There could be some changes as we head beyond Thanksgiving, but at least between now and the days leading up to Thanksgiving, it does appear to be mostly quiet. High pressure is in control over the next few days, keeping our weather not only quiet, but also seasonable. You see this basic weak ridge here kind of acts as a buffer zone, preventing any systems from reaching us. But that'll end a little bit by Friday. This dip in this cold front could produce a few spotty showers, but you just saw there, it doesn't look all that impressive. So today, a few stubborn clouds, some sunshine, temperatures peaking in the mid-40s. Tonight, we're falling into the 20s, and then tomorrow, we're climbing into the 30s near the low to mid-40s again, with clouds turning some peaks of sunshine right before sunset. Another clear night overnight Thursday, and then Friday, we start out with clouds, temperatures quickly reaching the mid to upper 40s, pushing near 50, but then that cold front will roll through. But even then, it's not producing a whole lot of rain. And then following Friday, not a whole lot in terms of signals for any additional rainfall. Still too soon to really push out any focus on the amount of cloud cover we'll see Saturday, Sunday through Tuesday of next week. But it is looking mostly dry, and it is looking seasonably warm, with temperatures peaking in the upper 40s to near 50 degrees. So if you have any plans for doing any outdoor work, maybe set up some Christmas lights, you name it, you got some nice weather for it. I do recommend doing it now because I will say it's a lot easier to hang Christmas lights when it's 47 and dry versus when it's snowing sideways and it's 20.
Yeah, not windy, too.
Yes.
Eric, thanks. Well, Princess Kate delivered...
Time now for a first look at the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. So it was a little cold in New York, huh?
Not only cold, it was the coldest in the nation this morning. Saranac Lake got down to 1 degree this morning. This is in the heart of the Adirondacks, the northeastern part. A lot of mountainous terrain up here, and this is one of the spots that gets a lot colder in New York State. We were down to 28 in comparison. Still a cold night, but wow. Something else up there. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet across the region. It was nice to see the sunshine today, as expected. 36 degrees is the current temperature. We did make it into the 40s before the sunset. We're expecting temperatures to continue to drop rapidly. We'll be down into the 20s tonight. So another sunny day tomorrow. Some warmer weather ahead. We are tracking some unsettled weather as we head into the beginning of Thanksgiving week. Some rain chances ahead. We're going to continue to fall rapidly this evening into the 20s, so it will be pretty chilly out there. Make sure you bundle up. Tracking another nice day tomorrow, though. I've got to look at the forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
VHS SUNY Power.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. It's nice to see the sunshine today. We've got clear skies in place. That also means it's going to cool off rapidly. So I've looking downtown Utica, low humidity in place. The air is really dry. And again, it's going to get cold. It's going to be another hard frost across all of central New York like we saw this morning. But again, really nice to see the sunshine today. We'll see a little bit more tomorrow. It will stay dry for the short term. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and things look pretty quiet. It's cold enough where the ice is starting to form. This is Old Forge Pond. So this is in the Adirondacks. This picture from Brett Thompson. This was taken earlier today. So the early parts of winter are already starting to settle in parts of our area. And with the colder weather sticking around, there's going to be a little bit more ice that'll be forming here over the next couple of weeks. As we look for some sunshine, there's the chance that we'll see it again tomorrow, especially in the afternoon. Friday looks cloudy, and then our opportunities will become a little bit more limited. Saturday, partly sunny skies, and then Sunday it's cloudy again. And again, this is the time of the year where things become very noticeable with the cloud cover. We're getting into the darker parts of the year, not only with the lack of sunshine, but the extensive cloud cover. As we look at the bigger picture, again, things look pretty quiet today. The next weather system will approach from the west. This will give us a few high clouds tomorrow. So we'll see faded sunshine. And then the next system comes in Friday. And even then, that looks like it's going to produce more clouds rather than rain. It looks like it's drying out and weakening with some of the newest weather model data that we're looking at. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, clear skies tonight. And again, it's cold. Lots of places fall into the low 20s overnight with just a few high clouds spilling in. And again, this is faded sunshine for Thursday. Should be a pretty nice afternoon. It's dry. Temperatures climb into the low to mid 40s. Looking at mostly clear skies early Thursday night. The thicker clouds return Friday. And Friday is looking cloudy. At 8 o'clock in the morning, temperatures in the upper 30s. We could see a brief shower as we head into Friday afternoon. Not expecting more than that, though. Temperatures will climb into the mid-40s before some cooler weather returns and the breeze picks up heading into the start of the weekend. Tonight, partly cloudy, cold, low of 22. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies, a light breeze. Temperatures climb into the mid-40s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy Friday, again, a brief shower is possible. It is trending drier for Friday. On Saturday, it's partly sunny. Temperatures climb into the low 40s. There's going to be the chance of showers on Sunday now. 45, cloudy Monday, 45. Thanksgiving week. Looks like we're going to be dealing with some rain Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures in the 40s for those of you traveling. It looks wet rather than white because that is something we have to worry about this time of the year.
And big day tomorrow. Winter weather outlook. Don't be nervous.
Yes, we're going to be unveiling that soon. More details to follow.
Yeah, that's going to be during our newscast, so stay tuned for those details.
We're excited we get a breather while they do all the
I know, I
hard work.
kind of am, but I'm looking forward to watching it because just like everyone else, I want to know what's going to happen.
There you go.
How much shoveling will we be doing?
He makes us wait. Okay.
I do.
Thank you, Bill. Millions of Americans. I know, right?
But more to come.
There's a long way to go before we get there again. Hey, we're talking about the upcoming winter, and a reminder, our Winter Outlook show is going to be this time tomorrow. You don't even have to change the channel. It's going to be right here on WKTV, a half-hour special where our weather team will go through the winter season, what we can expect in terms of snowfall, and also we're covering some topics related to winter weather like snow squalls and lake effect snow. We're also going to look back on last year's historic heavy snowfall that took place across northern and central Oneida County. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet. It's been a nice day. Nice to see the sunshine. We'll be in the 40s tomorrow and Friday. Well, actually the rest of the week, which is pretty close to average for this time of the year. If you're heading out this evening, taking the dog for a walk, it's chilly. Make sure you're just nice and warm. Temperatures are going to fall rapidly. We'll be in the upper 20s by 8 p.m. Tonight's featured dog, Ivy, from Little Falls. If you want to be part of this, head to Skycast WKTV on Facebook. This is brought to you by Nissan. Jason, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. The new IK.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking some pretty quiet weather for the short term. It's going to get chilly tonight. This is a live look in Oneonta, temperature of 30 degrees, clear skies in place, and again, things are looking dry. Speaking of dry, I wanted to update you on some of the rainfall numbers. I know it's been a while since we've talked about this. It's because we've been getting the rain. We are still running a significant departure since July 1st. But these numbers have gone in a positive direction. At one point, we were only half in terms of rainfall. We had a departure that was over 7 inches. This has gotten better. We could still use more of this, but area reservoirs are up big time. Hinckley's up 10 feet since the beginning of the month. Delta is up 8 feet since the beginning of the month. So a lot has changed. A lot of the rivers and streams are back to more typical levels. And again, could we use a little bit more? Sure. But we have definitely turned a corner here. We'll continue to keep track of these as we move forward. A reminder, you can always get weather information on the go by downloading our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. Not much wind to speak of, which is different. It's been a very windy November, but the next couple of days will feature light winds. It might be breezy Saturday, but that should be it for the next several days. And I'm not seeing any big wind makers in the near future, but again, it is something we're keeping an eye on down the road. Temperatures are cooling off quickly. Some of the numbers here: Mike and Hartford 33, Cassville, Helen 34, Whitesboro 35, Clinton 37, Norway 35, Inlet 29, Jeff and Mohawk 32, Westford, Dave with 32 degrees, Cooperstown, Stewart 32, and Worcester with 35. So we look at the bigger picture. We've had a dome of high pressure that has finally brought us some sunshine today. The sunshine is going to be part of our forecast tomorrow, but it will be hidden behind a few high clouds from time to time. Overall, it looks like a pretty nice day tomorrow before things start to change Friday. It's cold tonight. I think we're down into the low 20s. I think temperatures are going to free fall overnight, and there could be some places in the teens, especially up north. Tomorrow, some high clouds spill in from the west. We'll start out with temperatures in the low 30s at 8 a.m. Temperatures continue to climb into the 40s in the afternoon under partly sunny skies. Looks like a pretty nice afternoon. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, chilly, down into the 20s again. The clouds thicken up on Friday. We turn overcast. Temperatures will start out in the 30s, and we expect to see a few showers, brief showers Friday afternoon. They do not last for very long. So just a brief shower, and then that's it. It looks like the weather will clear out late in the day, and that's going to set the stage for a pretty nice start to the weekend. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 22. Tomorrow, partly sunny, 45. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy Friday, again, just a brief shower. Most of the day's dry, 46. Saturday, partly sunny, 43. On Sunday, there's going to be the chance of rain, 45. Monday looks cloudy, 45. And Thanksgiving week, for those of you traveling Tuesday and Wednesday, we're tracking some rain and temperatures in the 40s. We'll be right back.
Forecast at 6 with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Nice to see the sunshine this morning. It was cold in spots. In fact, we were 28 degrees at Griffiths and Rome, but Saranac Lake was 1 degree this morning. It's the coldest in the lower 48. So some pretty impressive cold air in the Adirondacks. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It remains dry across central New York. We're going to cool off quickly tonight. Down to 34 degrees already. Dew point's 22. We'll make it into the low 20s again tonight in many spots. Our weather headlines: we should see the sunshine tomorrow, although behind faded clouds. Faded behind cloud cover, I should say. And we're looking at warmer weather. Temperatures climb into the mid-40s. Looking ahead, the weather starts to turn unsettled as we head into early next week. Thanksgiving week starts out with some rain. Clear skies tonight. Temperatures will cool off quickly this evening. We'll drop into the 20s. Again, got to look at a nice day tomorrow before things start to change. Look at the forecasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. MVHS, SUNY Poly.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. A beautiful day today. Lots of sunshine. We should see a little bit of sunshine tomorrow before the clouds return. So live look in downtown Utica. Clear skies, cooling off quickly. And we are looking at dry weather this evening. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Just to give you an update on rainfall. I know we haven't really talked about the rainfall deficits because we've been getting a decent amount of rain. We still are running behind by 5.5 inches compared to usual when we set the start date to July 1st. That's when the drought began. But this number has come down quite a bit. At one point, we were over 7 inches. So we've been making up some ground. We have more to gain here. But a lot of the local reservoirs are up quite a bit. Delta Lake is up 8 feet, Hinckley's up 10 feet, and a lot of the area streams and rivers are much higher compared to just a few weeks ago. So again, we are heading in the right direction in terms of getting away from drought. Also, some breaking news. Hurricane Melissa, there was a wind measurement that was verified today after the scientists went through all of the work to confirm this. 252-mile-an-hour wind officially recorded from Hurricane Melissa. Recall this happened back in October. This is the strongest wind measured in a hurricane and just the second strongest wind measured on the planet. It was only 1 mile an hour behind Tropical Cyclone Olivia that happened in 1996. Searching for sunshine, we should get some more tomorrow. Clouds return Friday, and then the chances will become harder as we head into the weekend. Skywatchers checking in. Whitesboro 35, Helen and Cassville 34, Mike and New Hartford 33, Norway 35, Eric and Inlet 29, Stewart and Cooperstown 32, Worcester 35. High pressure in control of our weather today, bringing us sunshine. This is going to head to the east. We'll see some high clouds working tomorrow. Weather's pretty quiet for the short term. Tonight's chilly, cold. Overnight lows in the low 20s. Tomorrow, after a hard frost in the morning, we should see some faded sunshine. Temperatures climb into the low to mid 40s, so a pretty nice day. The weather looks to remain partly cloudy tomorrow night. Some of the thicker clouds develop by Friday morning. Starting out cloudy, temperatures in the upper 30s. A brief shower is possible Friday. Actually took it out of the 7-day here because I think it'll be few and far between. Temperatures in the mid 40s. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 22. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a high of 45. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy Friday, 46. Again, a brief shower is possible. Saturday, partly sunny, 43. Showers return Sunday, 45. Cloudy Monday. And the weather looks wet for those of you traveling Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Temperatures in the 40s. A reminder, our Storm Tracker 2 winter outlook is tomorrow,
already,
right here at 5:30.
Bill, thank you.
All right, thank you, Bill. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. A forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. To say it was cold in Saranac Lake would be a little bit of an understatement this time of year.
Yeah, this was this morning. They got down to 1 degree, the coldest in the nation, the lower 48.
Wow.
So, yeah, we had a very cold start to this morning, but it'll be cold tonight, too. Locally, we'll get down into the low 20s, but yeah, it's pretty incredible how much what's called radiational cooling has an effect on the climate. And the way that Saranac Lake is situated, it's like a big bowl that's surrounded by mountains, and all that cold air just continues to sink down to the floor. That is where the weather instruments are located, and yes, it can get very, very cold on certain nights. Like tonight, we've got clear skies in place. Our current temperature is 25 degrees. We've got calm winds and clear skies, and it is going to be cold tonight. We do have a few clouds that will be spilling in from the west, and this will kind of stop the temperatures from falling. We're expecting temperatures to pretty much remain in the low to mid 20s here tonight. Another cold night tonight. Sunshine returns tomorrow. We've got some unsettled weather on the horizon, especially early next week. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 22. Again, tracking some nicer weather for the short term. Look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Millions of Americans are expected to.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. We've got mostly clear skies in place, and weather tonight looks pretty nice. We're looking at dry conditions on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Let's talk about rainfall. We've had more rain in the month of November than we've had in several months, actually, and it's helped us get back to, or at least one step closer to average. We were more than 7.5 inches behind at rainfall. Now we are 5.5 inches behind. We've gotten 13 inches since July 1st. Average rainfall for this time is 18.5. So we are still running behind, but Delta Lake is up 8 feet this month. Hinckley Reservoir up 10 feet. So the reservoirs are filling back up, and we're noticing the water levels across central New York. The streams, the rivers are getting much higher after being exceptionally low for the past several weeks. Some news to pass along. Hurricane Melissa, which happened in October, it was confirmed today that there was a measured 252-mile-an-hour wind with this, which is the strongest ever measured in an Atlantic hurricane, and only 1 mile an hour away from the record strongest wind ever recorded on the planet, which happened in 1996 from Tropical Cyclone Olivia. Searching for sunshine. We are looking at the chance tomorrow. Should be sunshine in the afternoon, cloudy on Friday, some breaks of sunshine Saturday, overcast on Sunday. As we look at the bigger picture, some high clouds are spilling in from the west. This will give us faded sunshine tomorrow. The weather stays quiet for the short term. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight. Increasing clouds, again, some faded sunshine tomorrow. We should get more in the afternoon compared to the morning time. Temperatures climb into the 40s. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. The thicker clouds arrive on Friday, and it's looking like a cloudy afternoon, and there could be a few showers as a cold front moves in from the west. A very brief chance of a shower, and then we'll get a chance to clear out, and the stage is set for a pretty nice weekend, or at least start to the weekend. Partly cloudy skies tonight, low temperature of 22. Tomorrow, partly sunny, 45. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy on Friday, 46. Sunshine Saturday, 43. Rain showers return Sunday. It's cloudy Monday, and the weather looks unsettled with clouds and showers. Temperatures in the 40s on Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll be right back.
With Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. You know, we thought it was a little chilly here. How about go up north?
It's a different world up there. Yeah,
always is.
Earlier this morning, this Saranac Lake got down to 1 degree, coldest in the lower 48.
Oh,
yeah.
It's too early for that.
Yeah, it's some pretty incredible stuff. Saranac Lake is just uniquely set up where they can just get incredible drops in temperature, something called radiational cooling. It's basically, it looks like a bowl that's surrounded by mountains, and all the cool air just sinks into that bowl and just kind of piles up. And that's what causes Saranac Lake to be so much colder than other spots. We're cold tonight, too. We're sitting at 26 degrees, clear skies, calm winds. And we do expect a few high clouds to spill in from the west tonight. We'll stay dry. Live look at the Airfield Battery. Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Another cold night tonight. Sunshine returns tomorrow. The weather does look unsettled as we head into next week, especially heading towards Thanksgiving. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 22. Again, tracking some sunshine, some nice weather for the short term. I'll look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Millions of Americans.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look in downtown Utica. Pretty quiet night tonight. Some high clouds are working in from the west, and it's going to keep temperatures from falling. We're already in the 20s tonight, and that's about where we will stay heading into tomorrow morning. Live look at the Airfield Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet. I wanted to, give you an update on the rainfall totals. We've been talking about the drought for several months here. Since July, we've been running behind on rainfall. The last couple of weeks have been a game changer. We've made up more than 2 inches of rain. We are still running a departure of 5.5 inches, but we've made up a lot of ground over the past several weeks. Delta Lake is up 8 feet since the beginning of this month. Hinkley Reservoir up 10 feet. So the water levels are going up, even though we are still technically behind by a lot. Things are looking in a more positive direction going forward. So breaking news today with Hurricane Melissa. Remember, this happened back in October. One of the weather instruments used to measure the wind in this storm has been confirmed today by the National Weather Service of a 252-mile-an-hour wind with this storm. That marks, this is the largest or the fastest wind speed ever recorded in an Atlantic hurricane, and it is just 1 mile an hour shy of the all-time fastest wind speed ever recorded on the planet, 253 miles an hour. That was set with Tropical Cyclone Olivia back in 1996. Searching for sunshine. Should get some tomorrow. Cloudy Friday, few breaks in the overcast Saturday, overcast on Sunday. We are looking at the big picture, and we do have high pressure building in. We do have a few high clouds, I should say, coming in from the west. We do stay dry for the short term. Our next weather maker on Friday is a very weak one. Tonight, overnight lows drop down into the low 20s. Tomorrow, some faded sunshine in the morning, followed by sunshine in the afternoon. A pretty nice day. Temperatures climb into the low 40s. Clouds thicken up tomorrow night, and it's the low gray clouds that'll be around on Friday. 8 a.m. temperatures in the upper 30s. Few passing showers in the afternoon. Most of the day looks dry. In fact, those showers should be few and far between. We'll get a chance to dry out and clear out as we head into the start of the weekend. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 22. Tomorrow, partly sunny, pleasant, a high of 45. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy Friday, again, a slight chance of a shower, 46. Partly sunny Saturday, 43. Chance of showers Sunday, 45. Cloudy Monday. Better chance for rain as we head into Thanksgiving week. For those of you traveling Tuesday and Wednesday, it does look wet. Temperatures in the 40s. We'll be right back.